Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat and NBA content. My name is Amir. So for today's episode, I want to talk about Kevin Durant and how he is most likely going to be on the move again, with the Phoenix Suns apparently lowering their asking price for Kevin Durant. So teams like the Miami Heat, maybe even the T-Wolves or the Houston Rockets can get involved. And for this episode, I want to talk about if the Miami Heat should go all in for Kevin Durant and what it would cost for Kevin Durant based on what the Phoenix Suns apparently want in return for their aging superstar. So, Kevin Durant, the sweepstakes for him are going to begin this summer. Apparently, the Phoenix Suns are looking to trade him before the draft because they want to recoup some draft capital for losing all of their draft picks in the Chris Paul trade and the Devin Booker trades. And they're shopping Kevin Durant, apparently, even though he has not requested or asked for a trade. But everybody, including Windhorst and Stephen A. Smith and other NBA insiders, believe that Kevin Durant is going to be traded 100%. So as they have lowered their asking price, the Miami Heat, I think, have to get involved, of course. And the only risk here is how much do you want to give up for a aging superstar? He's 36 years old and he's only on a 1-year deal. So he is on an expiring contract, which is good. And it's like 50 something million, which is a ton of money. But the other issue is he's coming off an injury. He's going to be 37. And are you going to sign him or extend him next season? Or is it going to be a 1-year rental? And so do you want to pay a Kevin Durant at age 38, 39? And he still is an amazing offensive player, even at this accelerated age. So, what is Durant's value, and what are the needs of the Miami Heat? We've been talking about that all off season and all throughout the regular season as well, and through the playoffs. But we got to see whether Pat Riley is willing to push his chips in once again to acquire Kevin Durant, to put him as our number one option, especially scoring option, next to Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. So the Phoenix Suns, they are looking to make major moves this offseason after a disappointing season where they didn't even make the play-in, which is insane for having Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. So they are looking to recoup their first-round pick. So they owe the Houston Rockets the 10th overall pick. So that's the Rockets pick now. And according to multiple reports, including from Kelly Iko, even Mark Stein, Phoenix has been aggressively trying to trade Kevin Durant and regain control of any draft capital, but starting with that number 10 pick. So they're looking to trade with the Houston Rockets. They've been in contact with the Houston Rockets this offseason and other teams. But the issue is the Houston Rockets are not sure they want to part with their young talent for an aging superstar. Yes, they lost in the second round to the Golden State Warriors, but they have a lot of young and talented players. Amen Thompson looks untouchable. Alperen Sengun is a star. They do have some good vets there, like Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, and they do have young assets who they haven't even really played. Reed Shepherd hasn't even really played during his rookie year. They still have Cam Whitmore. They still have Jalen Green. Like, they have a ton of players. They have Jabari Smith, who still can develop. He's only 22 years old, I believe. So they have a ton of young talent, and they don't necessarily need to make a move. But Kevin Durant could help elevate that team for sure. So the Miami Heat have been interested in Kevin Durant forever, and Kevin Durant has had interest in the Miami Heat. In fact, when he got traded to the Phoenix Suns, his two top destinations were the Suns and the Miami Heat. But Kevin Durant is older now. So should the Miami Heat still go after him? I think yes, but at what cost? He's 36 years old, like I mentioned, but he's still an elite offensive weapon. Last season, he averaged 26.6 points, 6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.2 blocks, shooting at a high clip from the three-point range. Shot 52.7% from the field, 40-something percent, 42%, I think, from deep. So, yes, he's older. Yes, he's had an injury history, but when he's on the floor, he's still the KD sniper, and he is someone who can score. No one on this Miami Heat team can score 26 points or more. Tyler Hero's best season, year 5, year 6, whatever it was 23 points per game. We haven't had anybody score 23 points per game in a long time. Jimmy Butler's best season with this Miami Heat team in his 5.5 seasons with the Heat was like 22 points per game. So we haven't had a 25 plus point score since basically LeBron or D Wade. Like literally, it's been a long time. I think it's LeBron, honestly. So adding Kevin Durant to this roster, I think, would be huge. He's not afraid. Pat Riley, that is not afraid of going after aging superstars. He even said in a recent press conference, age is not a deal breaker. He talked about Steph Curry, he talked about LeBron James, how these guys are amazing still. And the question now is, what is the Miami Heat going to offer for Kevin Durant? On one hand, the Miami Heat desperately need a scorer after Jimmy Butler has been traded. The offense has struggled. That's one of our weakest points. And so, can you imagine a core of Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero? That's enough to compete in the East, especially with the conference as wide open as ever, especially with Tatum most likely missing the entire year next season and them having to trade other pieces. Then you see the Cleveland Cavs were the number 1 team, but also lost in the second round, I believe. So there are not that many great teams. Right now, the New York Knicks just fired their coach. So there's a lot of turmoil in the East. But I don't think adding Kevin Durant to this team makes the Miami Heat a top contender, but I think it helps them compete and they can contend again because the East is wide open and other injuries could happen throughout next season. You never know. But here's the biggest thing. The Phoenix Suns apparently want a center in any trade, a young center. And that means if the Miami Heat want to get involved, they would have to trade Kel'el Ware. So that's where things get tricky. Kel'el Ware, great rookie season for the Miami Heat, all rookie team, rookie of the month at one point. He's 20 years old, 7 foot plus, a lot of athleticism, shot blocking, promising shooting touch. He's exactly the kind of modern big the Miami Heat have been missing for years. And he's also on a rookie team deal with tons of upside. Like trading him for Durant would be a win now move, but that can hunt the Miami Heat for years to come. What's if Kel'el Ware becomes an all-star and the Phoenix Suns get him as a 21-year-old and he's going to be super cheap he has 4 more years on his rookie scale contract, I believe, after this season. And could you imagine, though, him being their cornerstone, their franchise player, and all we get is Durant for 1 to 2 years, maybe 3 max? Like, is he worth giving up 10 to 12 years of potential of Kel'el Ware as a all-star? And for me, for Kevin Durant at this accelerated age, even though he's a bucket still, Kel'el Ware is untouchable. No one is untouchable in general on this Miami Heat team. I would trade Bam Adebayo, obviously, not for Kevin Durant. I'm saying even Bam is not untouchable. Tyler is not untouchable. Kel'el is not untouchable, depending on who it is. But for Kevin Durant, Bam, Tyler, and Kel'el, in my opinion, all 3 are untouchable. If it's Giannis, trade everybody. If it's Anthony Edwards, trade everybody. If it's Joker, trade everybody. Like those guys are most likely not going to be available. Giannis probably will be of the 3 that I just mentioned, but even then it's going to be hard for us to get them. So I absolutely don't want to trade Kel'el Ware because of his potential upside for Kevin Durant, because this Miami Heat team is not ready or positioned to still win a championship, even if the East is open with the current roster. If we can get Kevin Durant and add a Drew Holiday or maybe a Kristaps Porzingis, I don't know, someone from the Celtics that's available, or any other player like a Cam Johnson from the Nets, and you also get Kevin Durant, or you get Kevin Durant and you get Bruce Brown plus other pieces that replace a bunch of these guys who are not two-way players or athletic or good defenders on this Miami Heat team, then you know you consider the trade. But I still don't consider the trade if it starts with Kel'el Ware. I don't think that would work. I mean, if you do that, then you give them no picks. You get a second round pick, you get Kel'el, and then you get filler, which could be Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier, or whoever, and then other filler. So throw in maybe Duncan so they can lose some salary cap with a Wiggins or with a Terry Rozier and Kel'el, and that's it. You don't get any draft capital. Even then, I don't want to give up on. I'm crazy. I might be stupid, but I might not want to give up on Kel'el for Kevin Durant because it's not going to guarantee this Miami Heat a championship. Like there's no guarantee. The West is going to be extremely tough. Yeah, you can maybe get through the East hypothetically, but then beating the Thunder, getting through the like other teams, the Rockets who are coming up, the Spurs who will be coming up potentially, who also can get Giannis, who knows? Like there's a ton of good teams. I mean, Dallas could be back next season when they get Cooper Flag as their number one pick. When Kyrie Irving, yes, he tore his ACL, unfortunately, but he can come back at some point. Then you have him plus AD. You still have Lively, you still have Gafford and those guys. Like if they resign some of those guys, they can compete too. Like it's going to be a tough. I mean, obviously Warriors with Jimmy and Steph a full year under their belt. We'll see what happens, but I don't think I trade Kel'el Ware for Kevin Durant. That's just me. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And on to the next one. Thank you so much.